Good afternoon, welcome to today's abs and core workout. Obviously I'm in a different location for this one, but hopefully still the same good quality workouts coming to you. With this one we don't need any equipment, although I am going to use a bar for the first one or two exercises. If you've done these workouts before, you'll know what we use the bar for. If you haven't, don't worry, you can do the exercises without the bar. The bar is good because it helps to give us feedback of when we move too much or when we come out of neutral spine, which I'll explain in a second. So these first few exercises we're focusing on inner unit, getting the deeper core muscles working as well as some of the outer unit. What we're going to do then with the bar, if you've got the bar, don't worry if you haven't, like I said, but the bar will find neutral spine and it will give us the feedback when we come out. So neutral spine would look like this. You've got the base of the spine in contact with the bar. You've got a gap here, so your lumbar spine is away from the bar. Shoulders in between. Squeeze the shoulders back. The bar should rest in between, and then also the head would be the third point. But you could take the head down slightly, so you've at least got those 2 points. Base of the spine in between the shoulder blades. So what we do, we go hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We try and maintain that position. Draw the belly button in. And we'll start off with extending one arm, opposite leg, hold for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. We'll work for 2 minutes in total. So just working at your own pace, but try not to rush through this one. This one's more about control. So watch first, and then when you're ready, join in. So I'm going to go hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Try and rest the bar there. And then from there, when you're ready, extend one arm, opposite leg. Hold for a good 10-15 seconds. Come down nice and slow, shoulder under, hand on the shoulder, knee under hip, and then the same the other way. So off you go when you're ready. But like I said, the idea with this exercise is to keep the control, keep those muscles engaged. So we've got transverse abdominis, which is the muscle that draws the belly button in. We've got the multifidus muscles, which are the ones which connect the vertebrae of the spine, so they control any movements through the spine. So just changing your own time. You could, if you struggle with this one, you could just start off with one hand. Okay, or likewise, you could just start off with one leg. But once you come up into that position, let's get a good hold. So a good 10-15 second hold. And then nice and controlled on the transition. Right, just gone 1 minute, so we're working for 2 minutes, so keep it going. And keep that belly button in. And remember, you're trying to limit any movement, limit any shifting. So if you've got the bar, then that will give you the feedback. When you move, the bar is obviously more likely to roll off. So if you haven't got the bar, you just have to try and be aware of what's happening at the shoulders. Shoulders should stay square to the floor, as should the hips. Just coming into the last 30 seconds. So very important muscles these. We want to get the inner unit strong and fired up properly, working properly before the outer unit can be strong around it. Just coming into the last 15 seconds. Five seconds. Okay, good, hold it there. Right, so next one, similar emphasis to that one. We're going to lie down on the back. We'll go one hand underneath. So again, we're trying to find that lumbar spine curve. Then the other hand on top. Try and keep the belly button in. I'll show you 3 options. You can just hold both feet down. You can move one foot, keeping one foot down, or you can lift both feet up and move. So watch if you're not sure. We'll just do a minute on this one. So belly button in the whole time. Hand underneath, hand on top. Okay, so this is one option. This is the hardest option. Nice and controlled. Or you can just hold it there. Belly button in tight. Pressure down on the hand underneath. Okay, so you can chop and change between the exercises, or between the versions rather, but as long as we're keeping the belly button in, keeping that little bit of pressure down on the hand underneath, so we're not allowing the back to arch. Gently tilting the pelvis, gently pushing the back down, which is going to activate the lower abs. So we've got transverse abdominis working and the lower abs. Just coming into the last 10 seconds. We will come back to this exercise, so just get a feel for it now. 5 seconds. Okay, good, hold it there. Right, then we're going to do a plank. We'll start off with just a simple version. So you can do it knees or toes, and we'll work for 45 seconds. So watch if you're not sure. I'll start the clock now. Okay, so just a normal plank. Just hold there. We'll go down on the knees if you need to. But make sure we're not too high with the hips or dropping down too low. Okay, we don't want to be dropping that back. We want to stay nice and strong through the abs, through the core, so we tuck the pelvis underneath. So it's effectively the same movement as what we just did on that previous exercise. We push the back down or tuck the pelvis underneath, which is going to activate the lower abs. Just come into the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, relax, hold it there. Right, so let's do the first one again, but I'll give you a couple of progressions. So you can do the first version if you want to. Slightly harder would be to go knees from under hips to a bit further out. So we're going in like a 3/4 press up position. You can do it there. Okay, or you can try on the toes. Okay, so you go from there and hold. Right, just do a minute on this one. So you've got different versions. I'll start the clock now. So you can just go to the first version, which is the one we did at the start if you want to. Okay, you can be in that 3/4 press up position, which is a little bit harder. Or the hardest version would be up onto the toes. And just hold, try and keep the abs nice and tight. Try and limit any movement. So it's all nice and controlled. Right, so working for a minute on this one. So if and when you need to, go to an easier version, put the knees down. Just coming into the last 15 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, relax. Right, so let's go back. Spin around on your back, one hand underneath, one hand on top, belly button in. Nice and controlled if you move the legs, or just hold with both feet down if you need to. 1 minute again, off you go when you're ready. So keep that belly button drawn in nice and tight. Another version with the feet up is just a little tap down. Okay, when you extend the leg further away, it's harder. So you could just tap down towards the floor, back up, tap, back up. But again, it's controlled. So one of the more subtle exercises, this one, we're trying to keep that belly button in. We're trying to keep a little bit of the pressure down on the hand underneath the lower back. Coming into the last 15 seconds now. We just got one more exercise to do and then we'll move on. 10 seconds. Okay, well done, hold it there. Right, so we're going to do the plank again. I'm going to use the bar. You can do this one without the bar. All we're going to do from that position there, we tap one hand out to the side, back in, then the other hand. As soon as you lift your arm up, it's more force through the abs in the obliques. So this is harder as soon as that arm comes up. So you can spend longer on one arm or you can spend longer here. Try not to shift, okay? So we try not to do that. So if you're using the bar, that will, again, give us the feedback when you move too much. You can do this knees or toes. So watch if you're not sure. 45 seconds, get yourselves ready. I'll start the clock now. So knees or toes. Obviously, up on the toes is harder, and you just do that little tap. So knees if you need to. So really trying to work hard to limit that shift. So especially the obliques will be working hard on this one. Coming into the last 5 seconds. Okay, good, well done, hold it there. Right, so a little rest. Hopefully you can feel that, especially that last one. Before we go on, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell, then you'll be notified when these workouts come out. So all these workouts go on the follow along playlist, so check that out anytime you need a workout. We're over 150 now, so we've got a good backlog. Also check out the video I released yesterday, which is a step box workout. So it's not a follow along. The video is about 6 minutes long, but it gives you ideas for an abs workout on a step box. So have a look at that. That is the second part of the step box series. So there's also another video which was released way back in January, which is another 6 exercises. So with the 2 videos there, you've got 12 exercises on a step box. So check it out if you haven't already. Right, so we're going to start off with the plank position again. So we just do another variation of the plank. We start on the hands, down, down, up, up. So we go down to forearms, back up onto the hands and repeat, keeping the abs tight. 45 seconds, you can do it knees or toes. Watch if you're not sure. I'll start now. So we go from there, down, and then back up, and then down with the other hand first. So knees is the option if you need it. Okay, so make sure that we keep the abs nice and tight. So this one's more dynamic now, so we will get movement obviously through the torso. As long as we're staying nice and strong and stable through the core, through the abs. Okay, last 15 seconds. Keep going, 5 seconds. Okay, good, relax, hold it there. So then spin round on the back, we go hands down, by the side into the floor, and then we're going to do a reverse crunch, legs go up, and then back down with control. So from here, we come up, and then control on the way down. Right, get ready to go. 45 seconds starting the clock. So make sure we control that down phase. So we're not just dropping the hips down. Nice and controlled on the way down. Last 20 seconds. So if you need to, you can rest in between each rep. So rest on the floor, try and get good quality reps. Last 10 seconds now. So just keeping that control as you come down. 5 seconds. Okay, good, relax. Right, we're gonna spin back around, this time on the hands. And then we go from a press up position, knee comes up to opposite hand, and then the same the other way. Try and keep the upper spine relatively still, but we will get the rotation through the lower half of the spine. So watch if you're not sure. Starting the clock now, off we go. So knee up across, back, knee across, back. If you really need to, you can rest here. So put the knees down, get a little rest, and then when you're ready, back up again. Put knee across to that opposite hand. Keeping the abs nice and tight. Last 15. Keep it going. Try not to let the hips move up and down too much. We want to stay in that straight line. It's just a little bit of rotation. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Hold it there. Right, then you're going to spin around. We do heel taps. So we lift the shoulders up and then just a side to side. Off you go, 45. So keeping the shoulders up the whole time, and just that little side bend, which is going to keep the tension in the abs. And with that side bend movement, we're bringing the obliques in as well. But trying to keep the shoulders up. Don't worry if you can't touch the heel or the calf, as long as you're making that side movement towards it. Last 20 seconds. Coming into the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, relax. Right, so let's do some side plank work. We're going to do one side then the other. So option is just to hold anytime you need to. You can hold on the feet or the knees. I'm going to do it with a crunch. So the top knee comes to top elbow and vice versa. Get ready to go. 45, start the clock. So you can do this, knee to elbow, keeping the hips away from the floor. Or you can just hold, or you can rest and hold and then go back to it. Or if you need to, you can go down on the knees and hold it there. So we keep, if you just hold them, we keep the hips pushed forward. And like I said, that bottom hip will stay off the floor, whichever version you do. Coming into the last 10 seconds, and then we're going to go straight onto the other side. 5 seconds. Okay, good. So swap it over, same on the other side. 45 seconds. Off we go, start the clock. So obviously we want to do the same this side, so we keep it even. Remember, you can just hold if you need to. Last 20 seconds. We'll do one more exercise and then that will complete this block of work, but we will do it a second time. Last 10 now. Okay, relax. Right, next one, quite a tough one, the hardest version I'll show you at least, but I'll give you alternatives if you need it. There's a few alternatives for it if you need. So the hardest version, we go from a crunch with the legs up, we extend the arms overhead and extend the legs and then repeat. You could just do one leg at a time, or if you really struggle, put the feet down and do a crunch. So I'll show you the alternatives as you go. Starting with the hardest one, if you're not sure, just do a crunch. Right, ready to go, 45 seconds starting now. So this is the hardest, you go out. Okay, another option is one leg at a time. You could go 1 foot down and do it there. Oops, don't do that. Try and get it right myself. Or you can just do a crunch. So you can just have both feet down and just do a crunch. Coming into the last 10 seconds now, we'll have a little stretch after this one. 5 seconds. Okay, good, right. Stretch, so legs out straight, arms overhead, and we're just lengthening out for the abs. So now we want to arch the back away from the floor. So giving the abs a good stretch. And then let's do a lower back stretch, bring the knees up to the chest, hug the knees in. So we're going to do that little sequence once more and then we'll have a stretch at the end. Remember, use your playlist if you want to. So if you're stuck over the weekend, have a look back at some of the older exercises, older workouts that we did. So we started this way back in March. Like I said, we're over 150 workouts now, so plenty to keep you going. Let's get ready to go back to the first one in this sequence, which was press up position, forearm, back up. Changing the lead hand, you can do it knees or toes, 45 seconds, off you go, starting the clock. There if you need to. Thinking about staying nice and tight, nice and strong through the abs. Last 20 seconds. Try and get into the habit of changing the lead hand every time. So we're not always going the same way round. Change the lead hand. 10 seconds left. Last 5. Okay, good. Right, spin around, hands down on your back, legs up, control on the way down. 45 seconds. Starting the clock, off you go when you're ready. Try and control as you come down, don't just let the hips drop. Remember, you can rest in between, so you can spend longer in between each rep if you need to. Last 15 seconds. Five seconds, keep going. Okay, good, hold it there. Then we spin round on the hands, knee up across, opposite hands, knee across. Remember, keep the hips low, the knee should just pass over the floor. Watch if you're not sure, start now. Remember, if and when you need to, you can just rest there on your knees. And then when you're ready, come back up. So the knee just passes over the floor. We just keep that small gap. Get that rotation. Coming into the last 10 seconds. Five seconds. Okay, good, relax. Spin round, we'll do the heel tap. So we've got 4 more to do. Lift the shoulders up, little side to side bend. Off you go when you're ready. So come up, keep the shoulders up. Last 15 seconds. Remember, don't worry if you can't touch all the way, you can just make that side movement, side bend. Last 5 seconds. Okay, good, hold it there. So then we're onto the side planks. Remember, the option is to do knee to elbow, or you can just hold on the feet or the knees. Off you go when you're ready. And when you need to, just hold. So there or there. Coming to the last 15 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Good, right, so spin around exactly the same on the other side. We've just got 2 more exercises to come now. 45 seconds on this one, off you go. Starting the clock. Hold when you need to. Stay in that straight line. Last 15 seconds. So straight line if you hold. Obviously with the movement, we're getting like a little crunch. Coming to the last 5 seconds. Just one more exercise to come after this. Okay, good, relax. Right, so remember, the simplest version of this is keep both feet down and just lift the shoulders up, just do a simple crunch. I'll start off with the hardest version. Watch if you're not sure, off you go when you're ready. Last one. So remember, you can just do one leg at a time if needed. Last 20 seconds. Into the last 10, last few reps now. 3, 2, 1. Well done, hold it there. Good stuff. Right, so just have another little stretch like we did just earlier on. Take the arms overhead, legs out straight, lengthen the abs, arch the back away from the floor. So let me know what you thought. Obviously this week's been less on the schedule compared to the previous weeks, but hopefully you kept yourself busy. Now we're coming into the weekend. If you need to, use the playlist again, follow along workouts. Hopefully next week we get a full schedule back, so I'll let you know before Monday. Let's bring the knees to the chest, hug the knees in. So if you're not on the Facebook group, it's Ricky Warden Fitness Live. That's where I tend to leave the schedules up so you know what's coming up for the week ahead. Hopefully, like I say, we'll get a full schedule. At least will be more than what we've done this week. Let's do the hip flexors. So come up onto one knee and then we push the hip forward. Show this way around. So we're stretching down through the front of the hip, push the hip forward, and then I'm going to lean into the lead leg. So we're stretching down through the front of the thigh and the hips, and also abs, obliques, lats as well as we lean back and across. And then same on the other side. So let me know what you thought. Leave a comment down below in the YouTube section, or go to the Facebook group if you're not already on there. If you just invite yourself to join, I'll add you to the group, Ricky Warden Fitness Live. Leave a comment on there. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. We'll just finish off with this one. On your knees, sit back, drop the chest. So hopefully the change of location hasn't been too disrupting for you as it has been for me, but all good. Now I'm in. So let me know what you thought and check out the schedule ready for next week. I will let you know. Have a good weekend. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.